Moving now on to the receiver of the Commtel Base Station, which uses the Cobra SOS 39X FM chassis. Right, we've done the transmitter. It's doing a good 4 watts. This power supply, which has been incorporated into the case, which is a British-made item. Incidentally, the adjustment for the regulation is through there. There's a preset resistor, and we've got this set at 13.2 volts. So I just thought I would mention that before we continue. So we'll turn the volume up. We've got a 1 microvolt signal now going in. Now the first snag I've got is that it doesn't have an extension speaker socket on this rig. So what we'll just have to do is to clip my 3.5mm jack plug onto one of the speaker connections. Because we've got an earth through the aerial to the test equipment, we do only need to connect the one connection there. Right. Now, as I've said before, I've made up a chart from the from the circuit diagram. But the first, I'll move the radio across and then we can zoom in. The first of the coils for receive is T5. And as ever, I'm looking at a synad meter and an oscilloscope. A little bit gain there. Move from the second one is T6. Little bit gain there. The next one is T7. And finally we've got T8, which is a detector. So we'll just put a big signal on, which is 100 microvolts. And I'm going to get maximum audio output from the detector, hopefully. And it's T8. Just adjusting the oscilloscope so the trace is a sensible size. There we go. Nothing was gained on that. Now, what have we gained on the sensitivity? Well, while it's on 100 microvolts, we'll set the S meter and we know that the S meter preset for receive is the one on the right. Looking at the radio, it's pegging my needle at beyond plus 30, but then I'd messed up the adjustment in searching for the other one. Struggling to get that tool into that one. We'll try that one. That's it. That's spot on S9. So that's done that. The next thing we need to do is to set the squelch, which you can do on these, and the preset is hidden down all this wiring. It's RV1, but we'll see whether we need to do it first. We'll set the squelch, we'll take the signal generator right off, bring the signal generator back on, put the squelch to full, and see when that comes in. Well, unfortunately, it never comes in. So we'll need to adjust that. So I've now got to try and find RV1 down this wiring. Because I've added a relay, it's just down there to the right. I'll pause the video because while I do that, it'll probably take me about 2 minutes to get down to it. Okay, I managed that. We've now got the squelch coming in at plus 30. That's fine. I will just make sure it tracks correctly now at the bottom of the range again. Switching the signal generator off. Setting the squelch to threshold. Bring the signal generator back in. And it comes in actually about half a microvolt, which is quite sensitive. Good, so that concludes that. So that concludes the Commtel Base Station. We've set everything up and a bit of performance has been gained.